gonna mute myself a lot because I have the sniffles.
Okay. Are we gonna wait until 2:30?
Sure. Are you on the starting scene page?
No, I don't have that.
You're just chilling.
I'm just vibing. Here, let me see if I can get it. Everyone can see my screen. It's fine. Download. Everyone can see my Google Docs. Oh! No,
Don't give any spoilers away.
It's just blank. Scene. No, image. Add new source. Starting soon. Gotta do it fast. I'm speed.
Oh Lord.
Okay. I'm not speed anymore. I don't know where it went. Wait.
By the time you get this, it's gonna be 2:30.
No, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. Pictures. It's still not there. Oh. Okay. I quit. It's just blank. That's my starting screen.
Can everyone still hear you?
Yes.
Hey, what's up, people?
Oh yeah, I should probably mute.
I know my sister's gonna be tuning in to the stream. Shout out to her. She likes WWE. I'm sure she's excited for the next game.
Okay, we're just gonna do this.
Type in the chat, Jill, if you're excited.
I don't think she's here yet.
Probably. Well, it says viewers.
It says 0 viewers for me.
Oh, you're actually at 3.
Oh, I'm freaking rich.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
All right, it's 2:29. We're gonna go ahead.
Oh.
What?
Who's that?
Oh, she's here.
See?
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you start the podcast?
Welcome back, Night Nation, to On the Rise. Or wait, no. Wait. Welcome back. This is Night Nation on the Rise. I don't know. Wait, we haven't actually thought about this. Hold on a minute. Okay, let's come up with it right now.
Okay.
Welcome back, Night Nation.
We are on the rise.
I mean, I guess, yeah, that kind of works. And today, WWE 2K22 is on the rise. And so are we. I don't know. Oh, this is not going well. I got you boys. Alright. Mad respect. Okay. Just welcome back, Night Nation. This is On the Rise, and today, I don't know, we weren't ready.
It's 2:30. Oh no.
Oh.
Everything's going wrong.
I just don't know. Welcome back. This is Night Nation On the Rise.
I got this.
Okay, just do it. Just do it.
On the fly. Welcome back, Night Nation. This is Wait, okay. No. Yeah, it's
You're killing it. Hey.
Alright, I got this.
Alright.
Welcome back, Night Nation. We are on the rise, and so is WWE 2K22, which is what we are going to be talking about today. Alright. So, obviously, at WrestleMania 37, WWE 2K22 was revealed with including Rey Mysterio and Cesaro and a little cutscene, blah blah blah.
No hair physics.
No hair physics. That's the rumor as to why they use both of them. So yeah, can you guys see my mouse? Oh gosh, how embarrassing. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about WWE 2K22. Obviously, they skipped 2K21 because of how bad 2K20 was. I still play it, honestly, but to be fair...
Have it installed.
Yeah, to be fair, I only do custom characters on there. I don't really play it that much. How about you, John? Do you still play it?
I've been on and off with it, really. But I know whenever my sister comes over, we come over, we play a lot, so.
Gotcha. All right, so basically in this podcast, this is gonna be a little bit different. This isn't really like a news podcast. This is kind of just like what we want in the game, who we think is gonna be added, who we think is gonna be removed, all of that.
It's kind of like our Pokemon podcast, if you missed that one.
Yeah, that one. Go check that one out. Go check out all the podcasts.
For the win. Amen.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to be starting off with the cover star. Who do you think is going to be the cover star, John?
Look. Okay, wait a minute. Who do I think or who do I want?
Do both.
Okay. Who do I... Either... Well... I really want Roman. I don't think he will because he was in the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jeff Hardy would be pretty cool, but there's no chance it's gonna be Jeff Hardy. Honestly, I think I would be really happy with Drew McIntyre or Bobby Lashley. I've actually grown to really like Bobby Lashley as champion.
Really?
It just kind of, I don't know, it kind of just fits him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe it's his, attire, but it just works so well with the belt.
Oh yeah, his attire does match with the belt, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think either one of them two, I'd be happy with. But a dream would be either Roman, Sasha, or Jeff, I guess.
Those were his two or his three favorite superstars. And he was so salty when Sasha lost the belt to Bianca.
Oh,
very salty.
I don't like Bianca. All right. Stupid of me, but it's fine. It's fine.
And he was stressing during the triple threat with Roman.
Oh, dude, I was so happy though. I went from one night being so salty to the other night being so grateful.
I was like, if both of them lose, you have nothing left.
Okay, so I've told Clay that my dream scenario is I want Jeff Hardy, Roman Reigns, and Sasha Banks to all be champion at once. That almost happened. There was a point in time where that was so close to happening. Roman and Sasha were champion. Jeff wasn't, unfortunately.
And then there was also a time where Sasha and Jeff were both champions. Jeff was Intercontinental champion. Sasha was SmackDown Women's champion. But Roman wasn't back yet. So
yeah. So but yeah. Anyway, so I went from Sasha and Roman to being champions to a possibility of losing both in one night. So I was really scared. I was like, and then Sasha lost, and I was like, oh my gosh, if Roman loses, then I have no one. So, but luckily Roman won. I was
happy. All right, so going back to the cover star, I made a list. I think I have 10 people down as to who could potentially be on the cover of 2K22. So I'm just going to go in order here. First is Edge. He returned back in 2020 at the Royal Rumble. He suffered a career-ending injury back in, I believe it was 2011. And nobody thought he would be able to come back. John, how would you feel if Edge was on the cover?
Should I be on it? Well, yeah, I guess I should be on
yes.
it. I don't want it to be. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't work with me.
That makes sense.
Especially since he hasn't done anything except win the Royal Rumble. And when have we ever seen a Royal Rumble winner get on the cover that didn't win the championship, I guess?
Did you know that Edge is the only person to win 2 Royal Rumbles and lose the guaranteed title match at what in God's name? To lose the championship match at WrestleMania?
My point exactly.
Okay.
Especially since he hasn't done anything to make him be the cover because this is with all the other sports games. The MVP is the cover of all the sports games.
Mm-hmm.
And Edge hasn't won anything.
The way I see it is that I have the games here. Hold on, give me 1 second. For 2K14 per se, I have it right here. The Rock was on the cover, right?
Yeah.
2K15, John Cena was on the cover.
Oh.
2K16, Stone Cold was on the cover. 2K17, Brock Lesnar was on. So basically, my point is that they try to get the star power stars onto the cover, and Edge is like a top guy.
Yeah.
Like Edge is one of the guys from WWE that people think about, even if they don't watch wrestling, right? So John Cena, Randy Orton, and Edge are like the three, I would say. I'm not counting Stone Cold or The Rock or Brock Lesnar, because but.
Oh, I have a prediction. I think the most likely person to be the cover is actually the Fiend.
The what?
I think the Fiend.
Oh, the Fiend?
Yeah, I think he's probably the most likely.
We'll get to him later.
Yeah. Alright, anyway.
Next up, we have Daniel Bryan. Obviously, he was also in the Universal Championship match. And I mean, this is probably more or less likely. That didn't even make sense. This is probably less likely than Edge, but, I put him in there anyway. Look, I needed 10 people, so I put 10 people, all right? Anyways, how would you feel if Daniel Bryan was on the cover? Okay.
I don't know. I would like it more than Edge, but I don't think that'd be a good choice either.
I agree.
Yeah.
Next up, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
I'd be down.
Okay. So I should probably...
Both of them, maybe?
What's that?
Alexa and Fiend, maybe, on the cover?
That would be interesting, but I don't think it'd be both of them, because she kind of turned on The Fiend at WrestleMania.
Yep.
I mean, I'll put quotes in there, turned, because I don't really know what happened. It was kind of... It was really weird, and I wasn't into it.
Do you see what my sister put, Jack?
What'd she do?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Plot twist, Otis. Alright, no, I wouldn't mind The Fiend either. He's probably, like, the most interesting character on Raw, because you never know what's going to happen with The Fiend. And honestly, I don't know if his rivalry with Randy is going to continue, because obviously Randy was in a triple threat #1 contender match on Raw, so it looks like he's kind of growing away from The Fiend. So honestly, I'm just excited to see who The Fiend goes after next. I don't want it to be anyone who as The Fiend he's feuded with before, like Braun Strowman. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to have him on the cover, like a little spooky cover. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Next up,
might be like Roman.
That'd be cool. They actually teased it. They actually teased it whenever he came back, like right before the draft. So Roman was making his entrance, but Alexa was behind him, kind of teasing something.
Oh yeah.
But
so
it never led to anything.
Because I can't think of anybody really big that he hasn't had a feud with already.
Yeah, me neither.
Roman's probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Next up, we have the WWE champion Bobby Lashley.
Oh, yeah.
How would you feel if he was on the cover?
I would like that.
You would?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, 17 years is a long time to never hold the championship. So.
Wait, what?
He's
never had the championship?
Nope. The only world titles he's ever won is the ECW championship, but I don't think that really counts now, does it?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's never held that championship.
Oh, then I definitely feel like he has a high chance.
Yeah.
On the cover.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Next up, we have John's favorite female superstar, Sasha Banks.
She played in Mandalorian.
All right. Is that? I wouldn't mind Sasha. I mean, now that she's lost the championship, I think her chances of being the cover star kind of went down a little bit. But again, I wouldn't mind it. She's like, and especially with her role in The Mandalorian, I feel like she has like a more star power to her now because of that.
Yeah, a lot of people are aware of. And hey, let's not talk about her family. I mean, we got Snoop Dogg, we got Nate Robinson. I mean, who else?
All right.
It was a joke. All right.
Yeah, she also has a high chance now. All right, next we have the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Bianca Belair.
If she's the cover.
No. I'm not buying the game.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was going to say, if she's the cover, I'm not buying the game. I don't think she'll be the cover, though. Hopefully.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, God.
Okay, next up we have the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Honestly, I wouldn't mind him being the first person to have be on the cover for 2 times in a row. I wouldn't mind that. Or just 2 times in normal.
Honestly, he's kind of like the new John Cena.
All right. I respect that.
Like, I don't know. I feel like eventually, like 10 years from now, he's gonna be like in those like contender spots for like having the most amount of titles won, sort of like how Randy Orton is right now.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
Roman being that kind of person.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
Like anytime he comes back, he's always in a title shot. So it's like I don't remember his last rivalry where he wasn't going for a championship, except the Jey Uso thing. But wasn't he champion?
He was champion, yes.
Yeah. See, so my point proved. Yeah.
Well, I mean, back in 2017 when he was feuding with John Cena, he wasn't really going for a championship then.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. He's like always been in the big picture, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
Ever since splitting off from the Shield, yeah, they. Well, I mean, him and Seth both have been like in the top picture, but Seth a little lower than Roman.
Yeah.
The next.
You ever had a Roman and Seth feud?
Surely we have. Surely.
I can't remember one.
Don't call me Shirley. I mean, mind blown. No, I'm pretty sure they've gone at it at least once. It's not coming to me now, but
it always like felt to me whenever the Shield, like whenever someone would turn, Roman would kind of always just back away from it. Like it was always Seth and Dean.
Yeah.
That would get like in a feud. I don't recall one.
Well, yeah, the first like actual feud from the Shield breaking up was Seth and Dean, and after Seth won the championship, he got injured, so Roman, I guess, could never get that rivalry.
Yeah.
So there's that.
All right. Anyway, oh wait, I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, back to the Fiend being the cover. I feel like if they did put the Fiend on the cover, that would attract more of an audience because you could put the star wrestler, right? Everybody knows what a wrestler looks like. Well, the Fiend is very unique, and if someone goes in and is like, what game should I buy? And they see this like dope looking monster on the cover of this wrestling game, it might attract more people.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, next we have the Raw Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. Anything to add? That's all I got.
Okay with it.
You would be okay with it?
Yeah, like I said, WrestleMania. I totally see Rhea Ripley being a good champion. So. Unlike Bianca.
My personal opinion, Rhea is like the least likely out of the people I put.
Absolutely. There was no chance that Rhea's gonna be the cover.
Because I mean, like 2 weeks before WrestleMania, she wasn't even like. Nobody thought, oh yeah, Rhea Ripley is gonna be in the championship match at WrestleMania. I mean, I guess some people probably could have predicted it because Charlotte Flair was nowhere to be seen. But I mean, yeah, she kind of just hopped in there at the last minute. So yeah, she's probably the least likely. Then
I know. Wait, I don't know if my sister's still watching or not, but I remember ever since that one match between Rhea and Charlotte at WrestleMania last year. That was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my sister's opinion. So, yeah, we like Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley dressed as who was it? Vegeta? I don't know.
She dressed as Vegeta?
She had an attire inspired by a Dragon Ball character. I forgot which one it was.
I see this. What?
It was blue and white.
Well, I might have some respect for this person. Hold on.
Okay, now.
Rhea Ripley. Dragon.
Here, I'll pull it up too so other people can see it. Who is it inspired by? Who is that? Yeah, it's Vegeta.
Let me see. Wait.
Look at it. Look at it. She dressed as Vegeta. Look, it's even right here.
That was Vegeta. Wait a minute.
Yes. Okay, anyways.
I guess I could see it. A little bit.
Anyways, next up we have the new United States champion, Sheamus. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be the cover, but I wouldn't mind it personally. I'm liking Sheamus. I'm liking Sheamus.
Yeah, I like Sheamus too.
And he won the United States Championship. Anything to add, John? Because
he had a dope kick at WrestleMania. Oh my god. That was pretty dope.
It was kind of scary.
Riddle started bleeding because of that kick.
Anything to add?
I thought he was gonna be the cover back whenever he had his peak of his career, I guess. Back when he defeated Daniel Bryan in 5 seconds at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I thought he was gonna be covered then. I don't know. There's moments in WWE where I feel like they were where a certain person was the top dog, and I feel like during that 2012 area, Sheamus was the top dog. In my opinion, that was the era of Sheamus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, I'd be cool with Sheamus. I like Sheamus.
I wouldn't mind it, but like Rhea Ripley, he's kind of the second least likely.
Yeah, especially because he's kind of a mid-card champion. Is that what you would call him, a mid-card champion?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't feel like he would be it, but
yeah.
I don't know, it'd be interesting.
And then lastly, my personal opinion, the most likely is Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
It's got to be Drew McIntyre. I don't think anyone else is gonna be it except Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if they had a 2K... Oh! What?
What'd you do?
My thing just kind of went everywhere. If there was going to be a 2K21, then I feel like Drew would have been on the cover of that.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially if it was in 2020, because that's whenever Drew was at his peak. But yeah, they're having 2K22 now, and Drew McIntyre is still going strong. He's got a championship match coming out at WrestleMania Backlash. That's what they're calling that. So yeah.
I don't understand that, but that's what
I think it's gonna be Drew McIntyre. So
hold on. I just had a really dope thought.
What's that?
Here's what I want them to do.
Okay.
I really like the cover of 2K20. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought what they did was fantastic. They were changing it up a little bit. They added 2 in 1.
Yeah.
I want them to just completely change this cover.
Okay.
I'd be fine if it was just Drew McIntyre, but what if they did something unique? Sort of like the old SmackDown versus Raw, where
bro, that'd be epic.
A bunch of people on the cover.
Yeah.
I would so much, I would like that so much more than just one person, or even just a rivalry. If they put Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre facing off on the cover, or something, that would be so much better in my opinion than just a single person.
I honestly agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Maybe you.
But especially if they went
this?
Back to the SmackDown versus Raw covers, that would be so good.
That'd be pretty sick. Yeah, I'm down. All right. Next up, we have the roster. Now we're gonna go and basically see or kind of predict, I guess, who's gonna be added and who's gonna be removed. John, are you ready?
First off,
Okay.
they need to bring this type of character selection thing back.
I agree.
With like the pictures instead of just the name.
I 100% agree with that. Yeah. I don't know why
It feels a lot more fun.
Yeah, I don't know why they took it away. That's just messed up. Anyways, who will be added? Huh, John? Huh?
I just saw the first picture. What is that?
First up, we have Angel Garza. He came in. He started in NXT. Quickly won the Cruiserweight Championship. And then he came to the the main roster. He started teaming with Andrade. He actually competed at WrestleMania 36 for the Raw Tag Team Championships, teaming with Austin Theory, who did replace Andrade. Andrade got quarantined, I think. I don't know what happened with him. I forgot the story. But it was Angel Garza and Austin Theory, teaming up. And then it kind of just fell apart after Andrade and Angel Garza stopped teaming. And I kind of wanted them to win the Raw Tag Team Championships. But they didn't, and it was pretty sad. And then they broke up, and then Angel Garza, for a split time whenever The Miz and Morrison were going after Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, Angel Garza was there with Miz and Morrison, but only for a week, and then he kind of just dipped. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm surprised. This is gonna sound so bad, but I'm surprised he wasn't released. That's so bad to say, but I'm surprised he wasn't released.
Honestly, I kind of agree with that, though.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Can we talk about those releases real quick? I cannot believe the Iconics and.
Okay, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we'll get to that later, buddy.
I didn't know.
We'll get to that later. All right. Next up, we have Damian Priest. He wasn't in 2K20. I can't wait for him either. He's so there's this guy in 2K20, or I say in 2K20. He is a creator of 2K20, and he does a bunch of awesome creations. And Damian Priest is one of them. And it looks so good. So yeah, he put the moveset in there too. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to play as Damian Priest in 2K22. John, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Damian Priest, so I can't wait.
All right. Next up, John Morrison. He was released back in the day. He came back. I was actually on the SmackDown, or I went to the SmackDown when he first came out to the actual arena.
Wait a minute.
What?
He was released?
He was released back in the day.
Really? I thought he just left.
That might be true. I don't know.
Wow.
I think he got released. I'm not sure. He might have left. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, he came back, competed in the Royal Rumble for 5 seconds before getting thrown out by Brock Lesnar. And then Miz and Morrison went on to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And then they went to Raw, and now they're entertaining. Let's just say that. They're very entertaining. John Morrison took that Canadian Destroyer by Bad Bunny like a champ.
Oh, yeah. Yo, you missed. My sister loves Bad Bunny.
Really?
So, yeah, she missed the epic match between Bad Bunny and Miz. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But yeah, I think John Morrison is going to be added back into the wrestling games.
Yep.
And he has the same name as John. All right, next up we have MVP. MVP has saved careers. Let's just say that. So I saw this meme, I guess you could call it. I saw this post on Instagram where it basically said, before MVP came back, Bobby Lashley was stuck in a storyline with Rusev and Lana, where Bobby Lashley was dating Lana. Cedric Alexander was stuck in a tag team with Ricochet, and Shelton Benjamin was still in catering. And now, look at them. They were a dominant faction when MVP came back. And then the Hurt Business broke up, and now Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander are probably going to go back to where they were.
Yeah.
But Bobby Lashley is WWE champion now, which is pretty good. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think MVP, whether it be as a manager or an actual wrestler, I think he could be both. I think he's going to be re-added back into the WWE games. John, your thoughts?
I like MVP, so.
Okay, that's good. Next up, we have Omos. Omos, I don't know how you say his name. The reason I'm adding Omos into the list is because he's Raw Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't just not add him into the game.
Especially if he stays champion for a while.
Yeah, and I don't see anyone beating him.
Yeah.
And recently, or I don't see anyone beating him in the next couple months. So there's that. Next up, Dominic Mysterio. He came back, or I say he came back. He debuted at SummerSlam of 2020. Took on Seth Rollins in a great street fight. And yeah, he's been very entertaining since debuting. And
he wasn't at WrestleMania.
What?
Surprised he wasn't at WrestleMania.
Well, I feel like he should have been, considering. They put a couple of WrestleMania worthy matches onto the SmackDown before WrestleMania. So it was the two major ones were the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and a Fatal 4-Way SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. And they were in it, so I feel like that kind of stole a WrestleMania spot for them. Kind of sad. But yeah, I think Dominic could be a pretty good addition into the 2K roster.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Alexander Wolf. I don't think John is...
no idea.
Yeah, he has no idea who this is. He's a part of a NXT tag team called Imperium, or stable, I should say, called Imperium. I'll tell you who the other members are. John should be familiar with one of them, because apparently he doesn't like him. But yeah, Alexander Wolf. So there was this match. It was Pete Dunne and Ilya Dragunov versus Alexander Wolf and Walter. And that's who the other Imperium member is.
Walter.
But yeah, before seeing that match, I was like, Alexander Wolf is okay. But after seeing that match, I was like blown away. John, I feel like you would like NXT. Okay. Next up, we have Austin Theory. Austin Theory has been very entertaining with Johnny Gargano down in NXT. It's like a father-son relationship. It's pretty funny. But yeah, they're very entertaining. And Austin Theory has been with the company for a little while now. I think he came to the company in 2019, I want to say. And I realize that the picture is a little stretched out, but that's fine. John, your thoughts on Austin Theory? You don't know who he is, but...
I do know who he is. What do you mean?
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, he teamed with Angel Garza for a little while, didn't he?
Only for a little bit.
Is that the person? Yeah, I know who he is. I just don't know a lot, but I know who he is.
Okay. Your thoughts?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything against it, so...
All right, next up we have the thick boy.
What?
Bronson Reed. John, I don't think you know who Bronson Reed is.
No.
Yeah, he's the thick boy. That's his nickname.
Thick boy?
Yeah.
That's
his nickname, yeah.
Alright.
He wears it on a singlet. Not in this picture, but...
My guy.
Yeah. The crowd will be chanting thick, thick, thick. Anyways.
This is why I don't watch it.
Bronson Reed was at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. He won a gauntlet match to face Johnny Gargano for the North American Championship the next night. He did lose that match, but he's still kind of in that title picture now. So that's cool. I'm enjoying Bronson Reed. He's like a pretty good big man in NXT. I think he's the only like dominant big man in the NXT brand, but you know. Anyways, next up we have Cameron Grimes. He was involved with a North American Championship match, or he was actually in the Gauntlet match at Stand and Deliver, but he lost obviously because Bronson Reed won. But yeah, he's been involved with the North American Championship title scene for a little bit now. And I mean, he's very entertaining as well. He's a pretty good heel. John, your thoughts on Bronson Reed and Cameron Grimes? All right. Next up, we have Danny Burch. He was a part of the NXT Tag Team Champions before he got injured. Now, I was a little iffy on putting Danny Burch in here because obviously he did get injured, and it said that he's going to be out for 6 to 8 months. Hopefully that doesn't hinder his chance at being in the game because that would really suck. Because if he does get in the game, this would be his first video game appearance. So I hope it doesn't like hinder his chances. But it's very possible, which would really suck. Yep. Next up, we have Dexter Lumis. What?
How recent did he get injured?
Like 3 weeks before the pay-per-view.
Before what pay-per-view?
The last pay-per-view, Stand and Deliver.
Okay, so it happened pretty recent.
Yeah.
Then he'll probably make it into the game.
But usually they base their games off of WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like most of the attires we saw at WrestleMania would probably be in the game. Anyways, next up we have Dexter Lumis. He's pretty scary. He's also been in the North American Championship scene for a little while now. He's you know, just vibing.
I like the next guy.
Drake Maverick. So technically Drake was in 2K20 as a manager, but I think he'll be in the game as an actual playable wrestler. He's currently in a team with Killian Dane, which you'll also see in this list. But yeah, I'm enjoying what Drake and Killian are doing recently. Do you know?
Can you hear me now, Christian?
Oh, God. Can they not hear you? Oh, wrong thing.
Pretty sure my sister was able to hear me, so.
All right. Next up, we have Fabian Eichner, who is another member of Imperium. He's kind of meh on my charts. Then we have Karrion Kross, current NXT champion. He beat Finn Balor at Stand and Deliver. Karrion Kross is very entertaining. I'm liking him as a very dominant force in NXT. I think he'll be in the game as well. Then we have Killian Dane, obviously, like I mentioned, teaming with Drake Maverick, I should say, lately. Then we have Kushida. Sorry, I'm not mentioning John at all. I'm not like including him.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, he does.
You're fine. You're fine.
He doesn't watch NXT. And then we have Kushida. Kushida's great. He had a what?
This dude looks dope.
Kushida?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kushida. He's been great. He had an awesome match with Pete Dunne at Stand and Deliver. I do think he lost, but the next NXT episode, he actually beat the Cruiserweight champion for the championship. So that was pretty shocking. But yeah, Kushida is the new Cruiserweight champion, and I'm very happy for him. John?
Oh, I'm listening to the stream. Did you see what Christian just said?
What'd he say? Oh, can you still hear him?
Hold on.
Are we gonna have to redo? I don't want to redo.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
Oh.
We're hearing me out of one of your like speakers or something, or through your mic. Set your desktop audio to your whatever you're listening to me on.
I don't know what that means.
So, go to Streamlabs.
Yeah.
And then, like where you see all your audio stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You see desktop audio.
No. I mean, yeah.
Okay, go to properties for that. Like, click the gear symbol, go to properties.
Oh.
Make sure the desktop audio is through whatever you hear me out of.
Can you hear him now, Christian?
Hello. Yo.
Christian?
I think.
We're having technical difficulties. I'm sorry.
No, cannot hear me.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about now?
Hello.
No, okay, definitely not now. I'm using this one. I don't know what that means. Okay, what about now? I'm using Streamlabs.
Yeah, Streamlabs. Hello.
We're having technical difficulties. Just forgive us, please.
Yeah, it's fine. This is a podcast. We're doing it live.
It's not better.
Understand.
How about now?
Because you never. Oh.
Okay, well, this is an issue.
Can you hear me at all?
Joe can hear you fine.
Joe, Christian, is it you?
It's you, not me.
Hold on.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it.
I can hear me on my phone.
Hey, bud, I think
It
it's
does
you.
sound a bit funky. I will give him that. It's not like super crisp, but I can hear me clear.
Okay, I'm leaving it.
I think we're fine. It's just not up to Christian standards.
Oh!
It's okay, Christian. We love you. Just keep going. Yeah, let's do
Oh,
it.
sorry. Okay, Kushida. How do you feel about Kushida, John?
He looks dope. Let's go.
All right. Next up, we have LA Knight. Now, this one was also a little funky because he kind of just debuted recently, and he's been losing matches. So I'm not sure how to feel about it.
Look at the background.
What? Yeah, it says
Knight.
It's Night Nation. Anyways, it's LA Knight. He's actually really popular outside of WWE. He was in Impact for a while under the name Eli Drake. And then now he's in NXT, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. All right, next up we have Marcel Bartel, the other member of Imperium. He's just there. If he's the same reason for the other members. Next up we have MSK. Now MSK are also fairly recent as wrestlers, or as members of the NXT roster. However, they are NXT champions currently. So I think they have to be in the game. Next up, we have Legado del Fantasma, probably one of my favorite factions going right now in NXT because there's quite a bit of them.
Yo, these people look pretty cool.
Which ones?
The one we're on.
Oh yeah, Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah.
But yeah, that guy in the middle, he was just beaten by Kushida for that championship. Oh my god.
Wow.
All right. I don't have any reasons for these. I just think they're going to be in the game. Don't question me, all right? Next up, we have Grizzled Young Veterans. My personal opinion, they probably should have been in 2K20, but they weren't. Kind of sad. But yeah, I think they should be in there too. Timothy Thatcher, he debuted, I want to say... 2020. I don't know.
That looks silly.
Yep. He debuted 2019 to 2020. I can't remember. He's recently teamed with Tommaso Ciampa.
Really? What?
Yeah. They were feuding, and then they kind of teamed up out of respect in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and then they lost. So there's that. Then we have Indy Hartwell. John, close your eyes.
What?
It's Indy Hartwell. All right. She is a part of the Way.
Is.
What?
I don't even know who this person is.
Exactly. Close your eyes. It's Indy Hartwell. She's recently been a part of the Way. What's he saying? What's he saying? Wow. Indy Hartwell, she's been a part of the Way recently with Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, and Austin Theory. That stable is also very interesting and entertaining. So yeah, Indy Hartwell. Then we have Raquel Gonzalez. She's recently beaten Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. So with, guilty by association, she also has to be in the game, right? Then we have Shotzi Blackheart, current women's...
I know this person.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you really?
I think she showed up... I think she showed up in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah, she did.
This year. Yeah, I remember, because I was like, this person. Crazy. She came in on a tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came on a tank. I remember that.
That's funny. Yeah, she's currently the women's NXT Tag Team Championships or champions with Ember Moon. That's kind of interesting too.
What?
Yeah, I don't know either.
So that's where Ember Moon is.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Then I believe nope. Oh, you didn't see that. Shh. Next up is Walter, the leader of Imperium. John, I don't think he's very fond of this guy.
No, I'm fine with it. It's just the name. Why?
It's Walter. What do you mean?
It's just like the most. It's just so default. It's just a.
Don't
Walter.
boy Walter. Next up.
He's walking to the ring.
No.
Walter.
No. Okay. Next up we have Hurricane Helms. I think he's been in like. I think he's been in almost every Royal Rumble for the past like 5 years. I don't know. It feels like it. Yeah, it's Hurricane. Don't worry about him. Then we have. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through these quickly because they're kind of already in the game, but at the same time not really. So they're DLC. So I put them in here. So Mick Foley, Dude Love, Mankind are the three like faces of Foley. Cactus Jack and Mick Foley are technically the same person, so I didn't put them at different people. So I put them in here. Mankind is a DLC for 2K20, but again, I put him in here anyway because Dude Love and Mick Foley aren't in the game, but you could really just recreate them,
Yeah.
John, how do you feel about that?
I like these people.
Okay. Then we have Hulk Hogan, two versions of him. Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania, and Hulk Hogan NWO. Yeah, again, Hulk is already in the game with the red and yellow, but you could recreate NWO, so I put both of. You know what I mean. And then we have who will... Actually, before we get to that, John, how do you feel about the who will be added portion of this podcast?
I mean, I think it's solid. I think it's valid.
Do you have anyone who you think would be added?
No.
Okay. That's great.
I mean, no, I don't.
All right. Now we... What?
Sorry. No, never mind.
What?
No,
Would you like to continue?
don't worry about it. I do have a question about the next segment, though.
What's your question?
Well, let's move on to the next segment first.
Okay. Who will be removed? So, there's not really like in-depth like reasons as to why I'm removing them from the game. There's just like one sentence answers. But John, before we get to that, what's your question?
It's about one of the people you have on here.
Okay.
But I'll tell you when we reach them.
So first off, we have Big Show. Obviously, he left WWE a couple months ago, then went to AEW under the name of his real name, Paul White. He is now a commentator for AEW Dark Elevation. So obviously, they won't want AEW wrestlers in their game. I don't know why, even if they're legends. Next, we have The Club. They got released last year, before or after, I can't remember, WrestleMania. They are part of the mass releases. So The Club, they are currently in Impact, but they also wrestle for AEW. They are Impact Tag Team Champions. Then we have AOP. They got released, not a part of any mass releases, but I think it was late last year they got released. And I mean, one of them, I forgot which one, but one of them were like fairly injury prone, so I don't know.
Are they holding hands?
No.
It kind of looks like it.
No.
All right.
Then we have Andrade.
Okay, this is the one.
Okay.
You think he's going to be removed?
Yes.
Why? Did he get released?
Yes, he got released.
He got released?
Yes.
What?
But again, he wasn't a part of any match release. He asked for his release. And at first they didn't give it to him, but then they were like, "Okay, fine, you get the release." So yeah, he was released.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there's that. Then we have Curtis Axel. What?
Wait, wasn't he dating Charlotte Flair?
He still is.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Next up, we have Curtis Axel. He was also released last year. I don't know what he's doing now. He isn't like a part of any other company, I don't think. So that's interesting. Next up, we have Kurt Hawkins. He went back to Impact under the name Brian Myers. I believe that's his real name as well. But yeah, he got released last year as well. Christian.
That shirt.
He left WWE recently. His last WWE appearance was at Royal Rumble 2021. And he now wrestles for AEW. That was the big reveal superstar that Paul White actually revealed at the last pay-per-view. I believe it was Revolution. He goes under the name Christian Cage now. John, how do you feel about that?
Traitor.
All right, John. Actually, how do you feel about the releases I've talked about so far, or the removed superstars I've talked about so far?
It's upsetting.
Any specific people you want to talk about?
You know, it's upsetting. Big Show's gone. You know.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins. I love his shirt. It's so hilarious.
I like Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. And then Christian Traitor. So.
Wow.
Actually, they're all traitors.
What? Most of them got released.
And no, I'm not talking about you, Christian. I'm talking about this Christian, alright?
Oh, wow. Alright. Next up, we have The Revival. These two also asked for their releases a little bit ago. And then they debuted on AEW as well.
Wait, were these the people that shaved each other's backs?
Yes. That's why they asked for the release.
What?
Yeah. No. They now go under the name FTR. In AEW, so that's interesting. Then we have EC3. He was a part of the releases last year. And now I don't know, like, I don't think he's a part of any specific company. He is facing someone soon. I forgot who it was. I think it was like Heath Slater. No, it wasn't Heath Slater. It was who was it? It was an Impact guy. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look this up real quick. He's doing this big event. He's doing this big match. I forgot what it was, though. Who was it? Oh, this is bad. I can't find his page. Ethan Carter. 3. That's not him. Okay, I can't find it. He's doing something. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have Eric Young. He is currently a champion in Impact, or he came back to Impact. Let's just say that, and then he won a championship. I don't know if he still has it or not. I don't keep up with them. I liked Eric Young. I don't know about you, but I did.
Yeah, he's cool.
Then we have Heath Slater, which was really disappointing because he got kids. I liked Heath, but he was just used improperly.
Yeah.
The Bludgeon Brothers, this is going to be a real bummer, especially with Harper recently passing away.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Harper, when he got released, went to AEW. He won the TNT Championship, then quickly lost it back to Cody. Then soon after that, he passed away. Really heartbreaking. And then Rowan, he goes by Big Red something. I don't know. Big Red Rudd. I don't know. I think that's his real name. But yeah, he was released with Harper back in April last year. Part of Black Wednesday. That's what they called it. Just saying that. And he didn't really do anything outside of his release. I think he had a couple of appearances, but I'm not exactly sure. And he actually did appear on AEW on the Brody Lee tribute show, which was, again, very heartbreaking. Then we have Jack Gallagher. Not going to spend too much time on this guy because he was a part of the Me Too movement, and I don't like him. Next up. Lars Sullivan. This guy was weird. Just going to say that. He's very creepy outside of wrestling and inside of wrestling, everywhere. So I don't like spending too much time on them. John, before we move on, how do you feel about those guys?
I like Heath Slater probably the most out of all of them.
Oh.
He has a lot of history.
Yeah.
You know. And then obviously rest in peace, Harper. And yeah, Lars Sullivan. Yeah.
Yep. All right, next up.
Next one.
What?
I like the next one.
You like the next one? It's Matt Hardy.
Yep.
He also went to AEW. A lot of the people on this list are going to be, in AEW now. It's fine. Yep.
Yo, look at Sheamus and Cesaro in that picture.
Yeah.
Sheamus is like,
he's like, what's this guy doing?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Matt Hardy in AEW now, so that's kind of sad. Mike and Maria Kanellis.
Yep.
I believe those two people. I said guys. Don't worry about it. Those two went back to Ring of Honor. I want to say. That's all I got. That's it. Then we have No Way Jose. I wonder what that guy's doing now. John.
Oh yeah.
Any guesses?
Oh my god, that guy, dude.
Any guesses as to what he's doing now these days?
Probably dancing.
That makes sense. I bet he runs a taco truck.
Wow. I can't tell if that was. All right, moving on.
Look at the guy in the back. He's wearing a taco hat.
Oh my god, he really does.
All right, next up we have Ronda Rousey.
Hey.
All right. I think John likes Ronda Rousey.
She came back, but
yeah, I don't think she's going to. Yeah, she hasn't been seen since her WrestleMania 35 match. Kind of sad.
I was just watching UFC last night.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I was also watching the Ben Askren fight.
Oh yeah, he got knocked out. It's fine.
Yeah, he got he got destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think Ronda Rousey's going to be in this game for obvious reasons.
No.
All right, then we got Rusev.
Oh, rest in peace. He didn't die.
No.
He's left. I love Rusev.
I loved Rusev too. They totally wasted him.
I know.
You
know what? in a pretty intense storyline too, and then they released him out of nowhere.
Yeah. He was also a part of the mass releases. Then he went to AEW under the name Miro. So,
yeah.
There's that.
And he has a gaming channel.
He does have a gaming channel. Then we have Sarah Logan. This was probably the saddest one. Because, I don't know why. I felt bad for her. Because I feel like most of the people who got released kind of wanted the release anyway. But I feel like Sarah didn't, and it was kind of sad. Because her friends are there and her husband there. So.
Yeah.
Do you know she's married to Ro he goes by Eric now in the Viking Raiders?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, there's that. Then we have Shane Thorne. So, for those of you who know the very infamous group named Retribution, Shane Thorne was Slapjack in the group.
Interesting.
So, I don't even know if Slapjack's gonna be in the game. I didn't include anyone from Retribution in the who will be added list because I hope they aren't added because I'm not enjoying that. Next up, we have Sin Cara. He was also in the releases. I believe
I like Sin Cara.
Sin Cara was very enjoyable. From WrestleMania 32 to the rest of his career. Yeah? Do you agree with that?
I guess, yeah.
So, the first, real performance that really wowed me from Sin Cara was his ladder match performance at WrestleMania 32. I really enjoyed that. Because he didn't botch anything. And that's really what matters.
Wow.
Alright, next up we have Sting. This is gonna sting a little bit.
Terrible.
He's in AEW now, so I don't think they're gonna have him in the game either. So there's that. Then we have Zack Ryder. Woo. Yeah, he had a short time in AEW after getting released, and then he went to Impact. So there's that. And then that's not last. Okay. Next up we have Zelina Vega, who actually asked for her release after the whole Twitch scandal, I guess you could call it, where they wouldn't allow wrestlers or managers or anyone to have Twitch channels, which would really suck. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they couldn't have any they couldn't have the Cameo app. They couldn't have OnlyFans. They couldn't have, Twitch. Which was kind of sad.
Wow.
Yeah. But
I'm upset about that.
some people still have it. Like Adam Cole still has a Twitch channel. So
What?
there's that.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Anyways, Mickey James. Now, okay, so these next couple ones, they're going to be very sad. I'm just saying.
What?
So recently, the exact day that the releases happened from last year, the exact same day this year, there were some more releases. And
Really?
I'm upset at some of them. It hurts my heart. So first, we have Mickey James. John, how do you feel about this one?
Why do I feel like... Isn't Mickey James, kind of like a legend?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she still has some in her. Some wrestling skills in her.
Didn't she have, I don't know. I don't really remember.
I think she's going to NWA with her husband, Nick Aldis. You don't know him.
Alright.
Then we have Billie Kay. This one hurts.
Yeah.
This one hurts.
Oh, no, let's be honest. She was so stupid.
Wow.
That Royal Rumble match. Oh, my God.
That's just offensive.
She tried to keep on handing out flyers.
Mm.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, Billie Kay. Then Chelsea Green. I don't think John knows her too much.
No.
She had one match on SmackDown, which I think was gonna be her call up, like to the actual main roster. But in the match, she got injured, and she was out for a little bit, and then she got released.
Wow.
So, I think she's gonna.
Wow.
I think she's gonna go back to Impact with her husband, Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder. Then we have Tucker.
What happened to him?
I don't know. He had one match on Raw and then just wasn't seen again after his heel turn on Otis.
He's gonna get released soon, I feel.
He already got released.
Oh!
He was a part of the releases.
No, Taki!
Tucky!
No, Taki!
So they split up so many tag teams just to put everyone else in a different tag team. Like they split up Otis and Tucker just for Otis to go back, or for Otis to go to Chad Gable. They split up Billy Kay and Peyton Royce just for Billy Kay to go to Carmella and Peyton Royce to go to Lacey Evans. I don't know what's happening. I feel like Tucker was the underrated one of the group.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, he was so epic in that Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, he was.
Dude,
I think
so good.
I think the reason he was the underrated one was because he didn't have as much personality as Otis.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of sad.
And now Otis is kind of like, he's not that anymore.
Yeah, he's a heel now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have that awesome attire anymore.
Yeah.
He's not shirtless anymore. Anyways, then we have Wesley Blake. I don't really have much to say about him. He was part of the Forgotten Sons. I think, so whenever everything was happening with all the politics and stuff, Jackson Riker of the Forgotten Sons was saying all this stuff on his like personal Facebook account, and most of the other wrestlers didn't like it, so the Forgotten Sons were kind of like off of TV for a little while because they had heat backstage, and that kind of hindered Wesley Blake's and Steve Cutler's position in the business, which really sucks for them. Obviously, Steve Cutler. Why did I put Wesley Blake on this list? He's not even in 2K20.
Let's be real.
Next up.
Sometimes too, so it's fine.
Next up, Kalisto.
No!
I liked Kalisto.
Too.
Yeah. Kalisto was great.
Wait, they're getting rid of Sin Cara and Kalisto?
Yes.
Man, WWE's racist.
No, they still have Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, but he's a legend. Let's be real.
So is Sin Cara.
Sin Cara's not a legend.
Yeah, he is, bro. He's goated. All right. Anyways,
What?
it's
He's a
Kalisto.
legend for the most amount of botches, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
He had cool tires. That was pretty much it.
Oh, wow. That's disrespectful.
Look.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's still
He
disrespectful.
does not compare to Rey Mysterio at all.
Okay, there, buddy. Anyways, it's Kalisto. And I feel bad.
Yeah, I feel bad.
And the one that probably hurts the most for me,
Oh, this one sucks.
Samoa Joe.
Oh, man.
Now, the rumors are, as to why he got released, is that he thought he was ready to come back, but the WWE doctors wouldn't clear him from injury.
What injury did he get?
I don't know. I don't keep up with this stuff. He was injured. I know that. But yeah, the doctors wouldn't clear him, but I think he still thinks that he has some stuff in the tank, left in the tank. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the things we've talked about so far?
A lot of heartbreaking ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
It is what it is.
Next up, we have Bo Dallas.
Leave that.
I
No, that's not right. No, that's not the right person. Believe.
So there was this there was this meme I saw where it had his face fading into a sunset, and it said, "You didn't believe, so he had to leave." Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Get out of here, bro.
Oh,
Next.
okay. Then we have Peyton Royce. So this one, I also saw another meme on Twitter where it said Peyton Royce really said, "Let me go and see what happens," and WWE said, "Bet."
Oh,
So on Raw Talk, she had this like really heartfelt promo as to how she's getting underused and underrated stuff. I don't know. It is raining hard outside. Oh my gosh.
Is it really?
Yeah. I don't know what's happening.
I don't hear anything.
Or maybe it's just wind. I don't know. Anyways,
I'll check.
Peyton Royce was kind of just, she was on Raw Talk and just had this heartfelt promo. I believe it was unscripted. And she was like, "Give me Asuka," and blah blah blah. And so they had her have a match on Raw with Asuka, and she lost, and then that was the last we saw of her. Kind of sad. John?
Yeah. Alright, I'm checking to see if it's raining.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's not. I mean,
Oh.
not for me, at least.
Oh, here, let me check.
We're pretty far away, so. Different. Who are we talking about?
It is most definitely raining here. I'm sorry if you saw some things you should probably
That
see.
might mean it's Teddy my way.
Oh. Anyways, it's Peyton Royce. She got
I'll
released.
go round.
What?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
Click the next arrow.
Oh! I feel so bad for Mojo. He got so... Ever since he broke up with Zack Ryder, they kind of just... Actually, I scrapped that. Ever since coming up to the main roster, he was kind of just screwed from the beginning.
I feel like everybody now these days. Except Bianca.
Yeah. And Rhea.
And Rhea, yeah.
I feel so bad for people who
Yeah.
are from NXT but come up to the main roster. Mojo Rawley had so much potential to be like a mid-card star, but
Yeah.
they never utilized him.
Yeah.
All right, that's
I'm
the
excited for this segment. This will be my favorite segment.
that's the end of all the rosters. Comprehendo. But we are now going on to new or returning game modes. John, do you have any predictions for this segment?
I don't have predictions because you don't know what they're gonna do. They just
That is true. Yeah.
weird choices. So I don't have predictions, but I do have wish lists, big time wish lists.
One thing I want to come back. I didn't mention this in the slideshow, but one thing I want to happen is to go back to the old controls. Why did they change them? Huh?
I don't know the old controls, so
Huh?
I don't-
They
they're always changing controls. I don't know.
no they changed the control scheme, like where the reversal is the Y now instead of RT.
Oh, I like Y better.
Why?
Because
See what I did there? Why? All right, we're gonna go on. All right, our first mode or match type is the I Quit match. John, how do you feel about this one?
I mean, I'd be down. More options. That's really just what I want, honestly. When it comes down to it, I just want more. Because
I
I
respect
feel like
that.
you're so limited, especially with 2K20. Like, anytime I was making, like the universe stuff, I always felt limited. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I feel like they just need more options.
yeah, I respect that. But yeah, I always loved that I Quit match. Where you had to press buttons to not quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the last video game that had it was, I want to say 2K14 or 15.
Yeah. Although, let's be honest, there's a very high chance that I Quit match comes back because of that Jey Uso and Roman Reigns match that happened
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't really think of an I Quit match that happened before that in a long time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think because of that match, there's a high chance that this comes back.
Yeah. And then we have Road to WrestleMania. This was probably one of my favorite things in the wrestling games.
Yeah,
Just
it was fun.
And I don't hate me for this, but I like Road to WrestleMania more than My Career. Because it, like, you take an actual superstar and, you know, have them work their way up to Road to WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with you. I think I like Road to WrestleMania more than My Career. But for some reason, I have a hard time picturing Road to WrestleMania in the 2K games. For some reason, like, I don't know. It kind of just feels weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Although I do, if they do that, I definitely want them. This picture is like perfect. Like, I want there to also be an option where you can do a custom character.
Yeah.
Because again, it would just feel limited, and it would have so much replayability if that was the case. So.
Yeah, I agree. Who do you, if they do bring back Road to WrestleMania, who do you think the options would be?
Ooh, this will be fun. Okay, this will be fun. Okay, 100% Roman.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100% Roman. I think a good option would be probably Charlotte. Maybe. Either
Honestly,
Charlotte or Sasha.
I would pick Sasha over Charlotte.
Yeah, I think Sasha would probably be a better chance. Actually, I don't know about that one. I don't know about the Fiend. He would be really hard to make a Road to WrestleMania.
He'd be more of like an antagonist of the thing.
Yeah.
I'd pick Randy Orton.
Yeah. Randy Orton will definitely be there.
Drew McIntyre
will be there. I think they'll probably put in 2 females, just because, especially the highly increase in the women's division.
Yeah.
Definitely. Probably it might be Charlotte and Sasha, to be honest, because Becky hasn't been in WWE for a long time. So
I would take that.
I don't think they'll put Becky in. Although, you know who they might do? They might do Rhea, because she came from NXT all the way to winning, like, in WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I feel like that's like a huge Road to WrestleMania type scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, so although it would be weird if they did Sasha and Rhea, because, well, kind of the most recent match. So.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of it wrong. It was Sasha versus Bianca. Never mind.
Yes.
Take it back.
This is true.
All right. Anyway, yeah, Edge will probably be one, maybe.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan could be one.
Yeah. There's a lot of options.
Yeah,
but
fair. Definitely Roman. Roman is like a guarantee. Like, if this happens, I can almost 100% predict that Roman will be there.
Yeah. All right.
And then custom.
Yeah. All right. Create a story.
This needs to be here.
I
will be so sad. This is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing in any WWE game I've ever played. The amount of hours I spent in this create a story mode is, oh my gosh, I loved it so much. You have no idea. And then, just looking at this picture makes me want to play it. But, oh man, I love this so much.
I think John just covered it.
Yeah.
I love the whole concept. This was like universe mode before universe mode was a thing.
This was universe mode done right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And universe mode wasn't even a thing. That's how good it was. So it was, oh my gosh. It was like literally there were so many options. Like you could create some of the storylines you made here would be 10 times better than the actual storylines in person.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
2K sucks.
Yeah. Oh my god, I swear, if they announce create a story, I'm buying the ultimate deluxe triple superstar edition of this game. Alright?
What?
If they have create a story, I want everything possible. So I'm getting, oh my gosh, I just want to create a story so bad. I feel like there's a really good chance that it might be in there too. It's either GM mode or story are like the highest like probabilities.
Yeah, they're the highest wanted. We'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Next up, we have special guest referee.
I don't really care.
Wow.
I mean, I'll take it. It would be cool for storylines, but
Special guest referee was honestly one of my favorite things to do.
Really?
Yeah.
I never really did it that much.
I loved playing special guest referee as the referee.
It would make some more options, but I'd rather have other things than this.
All right. Then we have Inferno match.
Oh my god.
So recently, obviously at TLC, we had Randy Orton versus The Fiend in an Inferno match, Firefly Inferno match, whatever you want to call it. So this has a fairly good chance of being in there.
Especially with The Fiend being in.
Yeah.
The game, so.
And with Kane going into Hall of Fame recently, so. But yeah, this is just a minor one. I kind of feel this way. I kind of feel the way that John does about special guest referee. I wouldn't mind if it's not in there, but you know. Then we have.
It'd be nice for more options.
Yeah, I agree. Then we have casket / buried alive match. I like casket matches.
At this point, anything that kind of has this like weird match thing, it kind of just relates straight to The Fiend. Just because he's so like that.
Yeah.
He's like the only character we have that kind of fits in these matches.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, yeah. All right, next we have Gauntlet match. We have had... Why is the options in Spanish?
Jugar reglas del Messi, elegí arena, encarano.
That was weird. This is getting weird. So recently we've been having a lot of gauntlet matches. Obviously they had one at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. They had one last year with Kofi. That wasn't last year. That was 2 years ago. They had one 2 years ago with Kofi and Samoa Joe and AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy.
Gosh, I would love gauntlet matches. I would love them.
I would too.
I like watching this. It's cool.
Yeah.
They're like a mini Royal Rumble kinda.
Yeah.
In like you like it's just person after person after person. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And if they do gauntlet match, I also want like tag team gauntlet matches.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to point out if The Fiend is the cover, there's a really high chance the casket and Inferno match will be a thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because he's kind of like the mascot, so yeah.
All right, next up we have GM mode. This is the one I'm wanting to come back the most.
I've never played GM mode myself, so I would take it. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be an absolute blast.
John,
I've never physically played GM mode.
We need to do it.
All right.
We need to do a Let's Play on GM mode. Do you know how fun that'd be?
If it happens, I'll do it.
Do you know how fun that'd be? That'd be sick.
Down. I want to be SmackDown. Just saying.
Okay.
I like SmackDown so much.
I respect that. I usually play at SmackDown too, so it's fine.
Wait a minute. Wait, I'm not sure if you have a segment in this podcast. We need to talk about our channel for a second with this game. 100% expect everybody. This game is going to show up so much on our channel.
Which one?
Not only are
2K22?
If story mode happens, definitely doing story mode. You might see story modes from both of us if that happens. And then you're obviously going to see a lot of GM modes. You're going to see Universe if they keep that. You're going to see online stuff. You're going to see the story modes like Road to WrestleMania. You're going to see so much of this game on our channel.
It's true.
I may not be the biggest when it comes to like actually watching WWE, but I do really like the games. So. Yeah.
All right.
But
anyways,
I'll be down to do GM mode.
Yeah, that'd be sick. All right, removed games modes.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I have too many of these.
Ooh, I kind of have a prediction here.
Okay, before we get to it, say your prediction.
Okay. If they add story mode and jam mode, I'm predicting universe mode will be gone.
Okay, I respect that.
I feel like that's kind of how 2K would do it, because I don't know, it just feels like they always take the easy route out. So I feel like if they got rid of story, or no, if they added in the story and GM mode, then they wouldn't want to do universe mode. So I have a feeling they'll just kick that out.
I agree. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I'd be okay with, because story mode and GM mode are kind of like much better versions
Yeah.
of universe mode. So I'd be okay with it. But I mean, if they do keep all three, that is insane options. Like that, like you could do so much with all that.
That'd be OP.
So,
And they had like 2 years to work on this game, so
yeah, and
it better be good.
Before I'm not gonna lie, games take forever to make, and even though they like sort of the same every year, I guarantee you they probably started working on 2K22 like the year 2K20 came out. So they've probably been working on it for a long time.
Yeah. So
just saying.
there's that. All right. First up, we have 2K Towers. These need to leave.
I've done one of the 2K towers, so yeah, I don't really care about them. So
They're useless.
Yeah.
The only thing they're good for is making VC, and you can just do that by playing regular matches.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I mean, I guess the legend ones are a little bit of a challenge, but I mean, who really cares? All right. Next up, we have 2K Showcase. Now, I don't know how John feels about this, but I'm not a huge fan of 2K Showcase.
Okay. So I want to have a conversation.
Okay, yeah, what's up?
I don't care about the 2K shit. Like, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
But here's what I want.
Okay, I'm listening.
Games, video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way to keep people interested and, like, really get, like, addicted, you need to have unlockables and progression and everything. And especially with, like, characters, like, there needs to be a way to unlock new characters. There needs to be a way to unlock new, like, clothing, customizations, new modes. There needs to be something that it's like, oh yes, I got this thing. Like, oh my god, yo, I just unlocked Gauntlet match. This is gonna be epic now, right? So, and they kind of did that with 2K Showcase, where, because I remember I had you come over to my house and unlock Paige for me because I couldn't do it. And that was really cool. You had to play games in order to unlock new content in the game. So I want something like that. So 2K Showcase can go, but I still want something in a unlocking mechanism.
I definitely feel like you could. I definitely feel like you could do that with like just having objectives within the game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Like say you have to get this many things, like this many fans in GM mode, and you unlock Teddy Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So as long as there's something to like work towards, like sure, making a story, making a universe, but what are you working towards?
Right? Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't really be working towards anything.
Yeah.
So I feel like a progression system needs to be there. Even just like a level system. Like every time you level up, you unlock new stuff. Like,
Yeah, that'd be cool as
just
well.
something like that.
Yeah.
Would be pretty dope. And honestly, speaking of a leveling system, that would be pretty epic to show you how much you actually play the game.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. So just something like that.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
Oh.
What happened?
You didn't see that. Okay. Don't worry about it. Hopes and wishes. John, before we get to the actual segment, would you like to say any hopes and wishes? None that's already there.
I just hope it's good.
Hmm.
It's polished. I hope there's a lot more options. Everything we've covered, that's kind of my hopes. And yes, absolutely no bugs. I mean, it's impossible to have no bugs.
I'm not there yet, John.
Just don't make it.
No bugs.
Just don't make it as bad as 20, please.
Just don't make it look like this. This would be horrible.
Put effort into it.
Yeah.
Please. That's my main hope. Just make it a really good WWE game. You know?
I agree. All right, so obviously the first one, no bugs. Like John said, you can't really have a game with no bugs, but 2K20 was just bad.
It was like
It was just
bizarre.
bad. It's like they didn't even put effort into it. I mean, obviously
like
they put effort into
Cyberpunk.
it, but
Maybe even worse.
what?
It was like Cyberpunk, but maybe even worse. Like
Yeah.
bugs upon bugs upon bugs.
I
To the
agree.
point where for some people it wasn't even playable. So,
Yeah. And like when you have like a bunch of custom characters where like I guess it like takes a little while to load, I get that. But when like so for instance today I was playing an elimination chamber match with all custom characters. Probably not the best idea, but it crashed and I didn't appreciate it. It crashes
And I
when there's a
feel
lot
like
of custom
they
characters.
they can make it work so much better now because of these new consoles. Like they're able to run so much better. Obviously, if you play 2K20 on the new consoles, it doesn't really make a difference, but that's because of the game. That's not because of the console, that's because of how they designed the game. If they just design it to withstand on a better console, then it'll run a lot better. So,
I agree. Next up, we have better DLC.
Bad Bunny, come on.
Bad Bunny.
Pre-order bonus. Bad Bunny, please.
No. I mean, I wouldn't mind Bad Bunny in the game, but what I mean by this,
It needs to be that Canada thing or whatever you
What?
talk about.
what are you talking about?
The thing that John Morrison took like a champ.
Oh, Canadian Destroyer. Yeah,
Yeah, Canadian Destroyer.
that's already in the game.
That's finisher.
Oh
Well, I
yeah,
know, but that needs to be his.
that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think they definitely need better DLC. They just kind of just put like topics like Wasteland Wonders, Bump in the Night, all of those. Those kind of just like took scary things for Bump in the Night and put them on a already made superstar, right? What I mean by this is like a future stars pack like they did for 2K17 and 2K18, blah blah blah. Have like, you know, rising stars in these DLC packs. I don't like care about alternate attires, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think a good idea for DLC is like fighter passes, right? Like, what's the best way? I guess like Smash Bros. I guess, right? Like every once in a while they announce a new superstar come to WWE. I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
That'd
Something
be
to
pretty
keep
cool.
the game fresh and new content coming like at a pretty frequent rate. So
Yeah.
that'd be nice. And then either that or just instead of having like the bump of the night or like some weird sci-fi crap like a DLC,
Mm-hmm.
actually have like big like expansions that add like a lot to the game.
Yeah.
Not just things that you just play a few matches, unlock a few cool customizations, and that's it. Like actually like put in like a whole new story mode, maybe put in like a whole new characters, customizations, game modes, like something that is a huge like expansion rather than just a couple of weird matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Next up, we have better My Career.
If they keep it.
If they keep
Which
it.
I think they will. I think
Yeah.
they will. That's kinda like the previous thing, so.
So I'll be honest, I kind of miss the old My Careers. You know what I mean? I loved my favorite My Career was probably 2K17.
I've never played on My Career.
What?
No, I've never. I mean, I played a little bit of 2K20s, but I never finished it. I never got very far.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
This definitely was not my favorite one. It was probably my least favorite. But yeah, I loved 2K17's My Career, where you didn't really have like a story. You kind of went to the performance center. Depending on how well you did, you were either a tag team on the main roster, a single star on the main roster, or a tag team in the NXT, or a single star in the NXT, right?
Yeah.
I love that concept. And then you kind of just play through matches, and depending on how well you did in matches, you would climb the rankings for the championship, and you would get to like choose which championship you were going for, right? I missed that. Again, it kind of got a little repetitive at times, but I still like that. And I'm not saying to bring that back because, I mean, I feel like just repeating that one would be a little weird. But kind of make my careers better. I don't know how to explain it, but.
Give like options, maybe. Just more like you can choose if you want to have like a story where like you kind of like form a team, or if you want to have a story of just like you like as a solo career going up, or you as like I don't know, just different options.
Yeah.
Not just hey, I want to play my career. I guess I just have to follow this thing all the way through, and it's just kind of the same thing over and over.
Also, don't form an already made name, because in 2K19 you put in your name, but you would be called Buzz the entire time, like as a nickname. And in 2K20 the female would be called Red because she was like Hothead Red, and the guy would be named Trey because he slipped on a tray in high school. That's stupid. That's stupid. Don't do that. All right. Next up, final thoughts.
You go for it.
I'm hoping that this game lives up to the hype that John and I gave it whenever WrestleMania announced it.
Oh yeah, we went ballistic
Yeah.
whenever they announced it.
It's true. I'm just hoping it's better than 2K20.
I'm sure it will. It'd be really hard to make it worse than 2K20.
I don't want it to be the same.
Yeah.
I want it to be better. All right.
Yeah. I just want them to just
start from scratch.
Yeah, exactly. Just do like just re-idolize it, like reimagine it into what everyone wants. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because if you do that, not only will you get much better sales, not only will people be looking forward to the next one, not only will people enjoy the game more, but it's just better for a video game in general. So, yeah.
I agree. Well, with that, I think we're going to end it off here. Sorry, John, it was only an hour and a half, not 2 hours like the normal podcast.
The news one was only an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, was it really? Okay, then we lasted longer than the news one.
Yeah.
All right, then.
I don't care how long it is. We're probably going to only have like a 30-minute Oculus podcast in a few days. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, if you're watching, tune into tomorrow's podcast, whatever it may be. Don't know what it'll be. We're going to do something.
That's kind of sad. All right. With that said, thank you guys so much. How do you guys end the podcast? What do you do?
Oh, well, first of all, I have one last thing to say.
Oh, okay.
I'm fully expecting to see more on this game at E3 because Take-Two Interactive will be at E3, and they're kind of the ones that make this game. So, I'm excited to see if they show anything at E3.
All right.
Yeah.
How do you end it?
How do we end? We just do our normal outro.
All right. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos just like this, like this video, subscribe, and share this video with your friends if you have any. That's it. We are on the rise. Peace.
Peace.
You like what I did there, John? On the rise.
That was good.
All right. How do I end this thing?